Are these three chemicals making you fat? Researchers discover malfunction that turns food into fat rather than being burned for energy. Now you can finally lose fat, flab, and excess fluid around your belly, butt, thighs, and arms without crazy diets, fatigue, or uncontrollable hunger. If you believe what most health magazines tell you, people get fat simply because they eat more calories than they burn. But the truth is, and this has now been confirmed by hundreds of studies, including a Harvard Medical School research report published in May 2010, obesity isn't just caused by how much you eat. The real culprit is three common chemicals that control what happens to food after you eat. Now, let me be clear on this point. What you are about to learn is not merely about weight loss. It's about stopping the production of fat now and forever. It's about conquering your weight without pills, without side effects, without starving yourself, while eating delicious, healthy food, even if you exercise less than an hour a week. Sound impossible? I thought so too, just a few months ago. My name is Maria Daly. I head up the Institute for Natural Healing, a team of researchers and health professionals assembled by a multimillionaire in his 60s who has a passionate interest in natural health. He organized this research team with one purpose: to investigate possible cures for health problems concerning a man of his age. Recently, this gentleman returned from a 2-week business trip with a curious finding. During the plane ride home, he ripped a page from a magazine and circled a few paragraphs in red ink which proved how out-of-whack chemicals can turn calories into fat instead of burning them as fuel. The authors blamed a rogue chemical for the almost out-of-control weight gain in 23.6 million Americans. Our benefactor said, "Maria, this is why I struggle. This is why I'm forced to watch my diet like a hawk and exercise for hours a day just to maintain my weight. This is why I pack on 10 pounds at least every time I leave on business. I bet this chemical has something to do with why so many people have such a hard time losing weight. See what you can find out about this, and the sooner the better." So we started digging, but there was more to the story than just one culprit. We discovered that not just one, but 3 unique chemicals decide if you are fat or skinny. When these 3 chemicals do not cooperate, your body turns to Play-Doh. And nothing short of superhuman willpower, monthly liposuction sessions, or divine intervention can rid you the excess fat and fluids in your arms, thighs, and belly. However, when these chemicals do cooperate, something magical happens. The skinny no matter what secret revealed. Have you ever known someone who eats like crazy but doesn't gain a pound? Who has never worked out a day in their life, yet has a fashion model figure? If you ever thought people like these must be the luckiest on the planet, you are absolutely right. People like this have a unique balance of chemicals which prevents them from putting fat on their body. That's why they can eat pretty much anything they want without fear of gaining weight. Don't envy lean people, be one. We put all this research into a report for our benefactor. It's called Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential, and it reveals why these 3 chemicals malfunction. A simple system that gets them back into perfect balance so you can eat to your heart's content and burn calories instead of storing them as fat. And why it works for anyone, even if you struggled with weight your entire life. I'll tell you how to get your hands on it in a moment, at no financial risk whatsoever. But first you should know that there are 2 distinct reasons why these 3 chemicals have nearly total and absolute control over how much you weigh. Why these 3 chemicals make you fat. Reason number 1, food turns to fat instead of being burned. Imagine this scenario. You jump in your car and stomp on the gas pedal before starting the engine. What happens? Nothing, right? Of course not. If the engine isn't running, then there is no spark to burn the fuel. And if there is no spark, the gas just sits there in the tank rather than being burned. Well, just like the spark plugs in your car, inside your body is a chemical spark that burns the food you eat. And if this chemical spark malfunctions or simply isn't switched on, the food you eat is not burned for fuel and becomes fat instead. This is why so many diets leave you tired. They actually flip a chemical switch that signals your body to store fat instead of burn it for fuel. If this wasn't bad enough, recent findings presented in the International Journal of Obesity reveal how one of these chemicals stimulates the development of belly fat, the worst type of fat, which leads to higher blood pressure and triglycerides, type 2 diabetes, and obesity. And as crazy as this sounds, cutting back on calories sends this fat-producing chemical into overdrive, meaning you pack on more and more fat around your gut even as you eat less and less. Switch from storing fat to burning fat. The good news is that there is a flip side to this. Increasing your caloric intake in a certain way can shut off this automatic fat-making process. I won't go into all the little details here. Everything is explained in Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential, but it really is possible to eat more without packing on fat. The scary part, or exciting part, I'll let you decide, is that I've yet to tell you how these 3 chemicals affect your appetite. Are you ready to say goodbye to hunger pains forever? If this next piece of the puzzle doesn't fully explain why every diet you've ever tried has failed to help you lose weight and keep it off, then I can say with confidence, your only option left is a drastic procedure like gastric bypass surgery. Let's hope it doesn't come to that. Let me explain. Why these 3 chemicals make you fat. Reason number 2, they make you hungry all the time. Think about it. What happens when you take away a toy from a kid? The child yells and screams and cries until you give it back, right? Well, your stomach throws a temper tantrum too when you take its food away. Just like a kid who won't stop whining, your stomach just won't shut up. It keeps on sending chemical signals to your brain to eat, 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 until you finally cave and give in. Now, when these chemical signals are working properly, you eat a little bit of food and the hunger goes away. But when these chemical signals malfunction, it doesn't matter how much food you eat. You still stay hungry. Now here's where it gets worse. Have you ever had an irrational craving for a bowl of ice cream after a big dinner? Dr. Tony Goldstone of the Imperial College of London and Hammersmith Hospital knows why. He's discovered a chemical that forces you to crave sweets, starches, and other sugary junk shortly after you eat large amounts of specific type of food. This same chemical has also been discovered to be highly active in people suffering from obesity and diabetes. Can you see how being hungry because of this chemical malfunction could lead to uncontrollable weight gain? The good news is you no longer have to let hunger control your life. One acclaimed doctor and best-selling author has discovered a certain class of food that stops production of the chemical that tells your brain you are hungry and literally shuts off your cravings for sugary junk food. Here's the bottom line. If these 3 chemicals are working against you, there's no diet in the world that can help you. Sure, you may lose some weight at first, but eventually you'll go mad with hunger pains, and what few calories you eat turn directly into fat. So you end up putting all the weight back on. But you can get these 3 chemicals back on your side with the secrets in Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential. That means you will lose the weight and keep it off, despite the boxes of free donuts in the office, despite business lunches and dinners, despite ice cream whispering to you from the freezer, and despite all the social eating and drinking every one of us must do on occasion. Because this isn't a diet, It's a system that stops the fat from being made in the first place. That makes you feel full and satisfied without cutting back on foods you love, allowing you to seemingly eat and drink as much as your friends, all while you lose pounds and inches at the very same moment that they are gaining them. Guaranteed. Would you like to know what these 3 chemicals are? Would you like to lose the fat, keep it off, and never be hungry again? Would you like the ability to eat and eat and eat and not gain a pound like a teenager? Here's what you need to do right now. Just click the Get Instant Access button below. You'll be taken to a secure ordering page where you can claim Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential for just $24.95. After you enter your information, you'll be able to download the report and your free bonus, more about that in a moment, immediately. You do not risk a penny by ordering now. Why? Because you are covered by a super generous 90-day money-back guarantee. Here's how it works. If at any time you feel even the slightest bit of hunger while your belly gets smaller and your pants start to fall off your waist, simply let me know and I'll see that you get a refund with no questions asked. End the uphill weight battle. The choice is yours. You have tried the fad diets, easy diets, miracle diets. You have lost some weight. You have gained it right back again. Why fight against these 3 chemicals when you can have them fighting for you? Why be hungry all the time? Why not give your body exactly what it needs to burn fat instead of store it? You have within your grasp a system that can do that for you. I'm really looking forward to hearing about your success with Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential. Click on the Instant Access button below to get started now. One more thing before you go. While rebalancing these 3 chemicals is the key to permanent and easy weight loss, there is a way you can really supercharge your initial fat burn. It involves a step-by-step eating plan that is laid out for you in plain English in Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential. But it's not mandatory. You should still expect to lose a pound or 2 of fat a week, whether you follow this eating plan or not. Oh yeah, about your free gift. Here's the background. Our benefactor follows a special workout that isn't strenuous because of his pre-arthritic joints and only takes a few minutes a day because of his busy schedule. We are including details of this special workout in a report called Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential Bonus Report. You'll discover how to get more health benefits in 2 minutes of exercise a day than 2 hours, and why you're better off doing this 2 minutes of exercise only every other day. The reason people in their 20s can eat anything they want and not gain a pound. The link between the 3 chemicals and exercise and how you can get it by exercising less than an hour a week. What a 50-year-old triathlete eats to stay in tip-top shape. 4 exercises for a tight tummy. 10 simple stretching exercises that increase mobility and reduce risk of injury. One even gives you a firmer butt too. Plus, details of how to find a rare African supplement that balances your 3 chemicals for you, and much more. But you can only get this special report when you order Unlock Your Fat Burning Potential. So hit the Get Instant Access button right now.